When Kanai Sensei was teaching a seminar up at Amherst with Taijutsu Uno Sensei, they asked me to drive him to Uno Sensei's house, and I had an old beat-up Volkswagen van. And he was sitting in the back, and there were no chairs, but he had to sit on the engine top. And I'm watching him in the mirror, because this thing shook and shook and shook. And we had to go over these railroad tracks. I went real slow, and the whole thing shook, and his eyes went like that. He got really big. Goes, "Everything okay?" I says, "Yes, Sensei, yes, Sensei." So we get to Uno's house. He goes to open up the door. Well, the door didn't work from the inside. So he's pulling on the door, and we got to the other side. I said, "Sensei," I said, "we can only let you out from the outside. We can only let you out." I said, "We don't want you to leave. We don't want you to go back to Cambridge. We want you to stay here." He just laughed, walked away. Here's a very, to me, a very dynamic human being. His technique, he was so precise with his technique. And I never heard him talk a lot, but when he talked, he said things that were so deep that I only realize them now, after 30 years of Aikido, and I studied with him and heard this back in the 70s. Now I'm realizing more what he meant on the deeper level of what Aikido is, especially talking about kokuru, the mind and the body. He was talking about when you go into shikaku and then you go into kayushi. Those are things I don't hear much anymore. I think with the seminars of the past, when I'd go to them, of course, you'd have 350, 450 people. But that was when Kanai Sensei and Chiba Sensei, Yamada Sensei Yamada's still alive, but the others were alive. And that helped to pull us all together. Is an Aikido group. Now that people have passed away, people have a tendency to just flutter off onto their own existence. But my feeling is like in this seminar, you brought people together to celebrate Kanai Sensei, to celebrate his light, to celebrate his Aikido. And all of them were showing things that Kanai Sensei did. That needs to be kept up. People need to come together.